Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 82, and today we're returning with two massive games with our Bluebirds as face Valencia at home in the second leg of our Champions League first knockout round, and Manchester United at home in the Premier League as well. Before we play the games though, just can't even getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw our big 3-0 victory against the Gunners, then that thrilling 3-2 win against Valencia away at Mestalla in Spain. I played 5 games off camera, all domestically, and as you can see, it's been a good run, but it's been very tough and grueling indeed. And we started with a 1-1 draw away at Craven Cottage against Fulham. Maria gave us the goal in this game later on. Thought it was going to be the winner for us, but with 8 minutes to go, a nice little move by Fulham opened up our back line, like a great little back heel by Mitrovic, and a nice ball across. Found Rennie Adelaide at the far post, who made it 1-1 in a slip up there away in West London. But following that, 4 wins on the trot and 4 massive wins as well. First at home to Southampton in the FA Cup 5th round. We sold the stadium out again. Very nice to see, because we rarely sell it out. But a big 2-1 victory. Maria got something underway 7 minutes in before Craig Laycock, discussed the guy before, a very good, young, talented new gen / regen English striker, made it 2-1. And then Pedro Antonio put us back in front in the game after Laycock. Sorry, made it 1-1, not 2-1. But Pedro Antonio made it 2-1 as we got in front just before half-time and managed to win the game. And then following that, on the weekend, we travelled away from home to take on Man City away at the Etihad Stadium. As we discussed, this season has been very poor this year, and we got the win by 2 goals to 1, with all goals coming in the second half. The first goal coming through Maria, a bit of a mix-up as we made it 1-0, and then Brahim made it 2-0. This guy scored a sensational first goal for the club against the Borough in the last episode, and his first Premier League goal and his first Premier League appearance, even better. Caught the goalkeeper out there, bending in a free kick from such a tight angle into the near post. Incredible technique by the Moroccan, making it 2-0. But João Felix made it 2-1, 4 minutes to go to put a bit of doubt in our mind. We held on for the win, but we did see Dennis go down, pulled his ankle ligaments, and he's going to be out for both of the games today. So a big blow there, as our Frenchman will be missing 2 big games today. Following that, a win midweek at home to Leeds. Potential banana skin. This one managed to get the job done though. Stefano went down early though, so yet another injury for us, pulling his calf muscle in the first 20 minutes as it was still 0-0. We scored our 2 goals through Rabiota from the spot, making it 1-0. And then just past the Almark Maria, getting another goal in what has been another sensational season for him as he made it 2-0. And our final game off camera on the weekend, a win against Southampton away at St Mary's in the Premier League. And this was so dramatic. I was so tempted to come back and do a triple header today. Oh man, I wish I did. What a game this was. First Maria made it 1-0 15 minutes in, and then Ramsden made it 2-0 with a lovely strike. He's been one of our signings of the season, Ramsden. Fantastic goal as he made it 2-0. But in the second half, bad news, Paleo Maria goes down, pulls his calf muscle, and is going to be out for 2 weeks. If that wasn't bad enough, just a few minutes later, Harry Maguire scored his first goal of the season for Southampton, makes it 2-1, gets his team back in the game. Little cheeky winks, he was going back into his half for kickoff as he put the Saints back in the game. 2-1, we are holding on for dear life to try and get the 3 points, and then in a 95th minute, Piero Rabiota off the bench connects with a teasing far post cross by Heldegon Calvez, also off the bench, turns it on the first time volley in front of the travelling fans, and makes sure we survive the trip to the south coast and come back to Wales with the 3 points. What a dramatic game. I could just see Maguire scoring another goal late on and making it 2-2. We held on, got the win there, and because of that victory and a nice run in the Premier League, as you can see right now, it's very tight indeed. We've risen to second place in the table with 9 games to go, and we are the closest team to the league leaders Chelsea, but we're still 4 points behind right now as well. So Destiny's in their own hands. If they'll win 8 of their final 9 games, they'll be champions, but we are right behind them. We are not giving up the ghost. We are still there and in a serious title race for the first time in the series. Big thing we've got to do now is keep our discipline and not choke in the final 9 games. So whilst we might be the outsiders and the underdogs, we are there. Realistically, our first chance at winning the Premier League title. When you look at the remaining fixtures as well, we've got 2 massive games to come. One, of course, coming today against Manchester United at home. And then we've still got Chelsea to play as well. That's at home at the end of March too. What a game that is going to be. It's doable. It's definitely doable for the run we've got to end the season off, but it's going to be very tough indeed. And I think these two Premier League games here, we'll know for sure come the end of March whether we've got what it takes to take on Chelsea and pip them to the title or not. But also in the FA Cup 6th round as well, after getting through Southampton, we've got Everton at home, our friendly rivals. Really looking forward to that, and we'll see how they get on. And I think that game will be coming in the next episode as well. But anyway, first game today is indeed going to be against Valencia, and as we know tonight, after scoring those 3 goals on Mestalla, the Spanish side must score at least twice here in Wales, otherwise we are through to the round of 8 and the quarterfinals. Right now, in the injury report, as you can see, due to those injuries picked up in the run of cameras, Stefano is out for both games today, or so you'd think. Dennis is out for both games today, or so you'd think. Maria is definitely out for both games today, and Gonzalez also carrying a slight knock as well, should make the Manchester United game. And this will be our team for the game, 4-2-3-1. We've been alternating between this one and our 4-1-2-3 in the run of camera, but 4-2-3-1 tiki-taka today, and this is our team. Henderson in goal after Fans was pretty poor away in Spain, and the back four has gone Cowboys, Kimpembe, Van Dijk and Odriozola. Midfield duo Brahim and Ramsden, and the attacking midfield trio Rabiota on the left, played very well in recent weeks, Sterling on the right, and Eleni through the middle supporting Pedro Antonio. Big spell for Pedro Antonio here. Maria down, Pedro Antonio, our number 9, he's got to fill the gap and fill it well. And on the bench, Fans, João Carlos, Sessegnon, Guilherme, Jason, OG and Ryan Dunphy as well. We are really thin on the ground right now. First game, Valencia, keep a clean sheet, and we are through. Come on, you Bluebirds. Oh, crumbs. Also, forgot. Oh, crumbs. That's so nerdy. Forgot to mention as well, just one thing to report too, is that Jason has also said he's happy to stay at Cardiff as well, as no club is interested in his services, which is good. Don't get me wrong, I'm pleased and everything, but I was kind of thinking maybe in the summer I might possibly sell him to a Spanish club and let him go home. But anyway, he's going to stay for now, and we love the captain anyway, so it's nice to see. First highlight of the game, coming inside the first 5 minutes to Cardiff. An early goal tonight will do us a world of good, as Alan Ramsden finds Brahim. That's a nice ball out wide towards Odriozola, in space to cross. In it goes, Pedro Antonio! Had the chance to get that early goal, couldn't keep it down, heads over, still 0-0. Such a lot of pressure on Pedro Antonio's shoulders in these couple of weeks. Massive games for him to step up and lead our line. How is he going to get on as Alenya goes for goal himself and also fails to keep it underneath the crossbar? Still goalless, but a good start. No, he's going to do it for the first half. Well, still tied at 0-0. Our body language is good. We look the fitter side out there as well, which is really going to help in the second half. Valencia must score twice tonight. Not taking a shot yet. Our defense has been stellar. I love the body language right now. Almost everyone is motivated out there, as Ramsden shows that motivation by winning it back and drives forward as well. He's been a great signing, but that's not a great strike. Way off target, still 0-0. Half our attempts have come off target, but at the moment that's okay. We don't need to score tonight. Staying tight defensively is all we need to do. At the moment we're doing that, as Pedro Antonio now settles the nerves and surely settles the tie. It doesn't change Valencia's intentions. They still need to score twice regardless, but now we get ourselves a 2-goal cushion on the aggregate scoreline, and our number 9 has that goal that we'll be looking for in a lot of the big games in the upcoming weeks. Nice cross by Alenya, Antonio with a header, 1-0, and I think that should be the tie over now. I'm going to take off Alenya, getting quite tired out there as well, and bring on Jason. In fact, I'm going to bring on Guilherme for, oh, he scored. We scored a goal. And it is Alenya who's just about to be replaced as well. This is why I should pause the game when making tactical changes, but I never like to do that. Alenya with a goal, I think it's a free kick, and it is indeed, as there was no assist. Great free kick though, bends it just inside the post, 2-0, and now the tie is definitely over. Great strike. Odriozola down the right-hand side into Raheem Sterling. Off the crossbar, and Rabiota can't scramble it home. We have been so good tonight. The first leg was so tight, but tonight we've been so good. Valencia had one shot in the game, haven't got close to our goal. And that is going to do it then. Cardiff City are into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Did what we need to do tonight. Kept the clean sheet, stayed tight. Only allowed Valencia one shot in the game, and it wasn't on target either. So a very good win there. The unbeaten run continues. We still haven't lost a game since November away in Portugal against Porto. So the long unbeaten streak continues into the quarterfinals. The board said just the last 16 would be good enough, but I wanted quarters, and now we've got them as well. Great stuff. And when's the draw for the quarterfinals? That's what I want to find out. When's the Champions League draw? Can we do it today? Schedule... Oh, it's Friday, so no, it'll be after the United game on the weekend. Okay, then. So I'll have to do that at the start of the next episode then. The quarterfinal draw, that'll be the start of the next episode, where hopefully we'll be avoiding Paris Saint-Germain to get through, or Bayer Leverkusen. After last year, I don't want to face them again. I haven't mentioned it once before so far, but I am thinking there is an outside shot at winning the treble this year. Now, again, it's highly unlikely. We've only won the FA Cup out of those 3 competitions, and that's only once as well 2 years ago. But realistically, as unlikely as it is still technically possible. But to me, I think with the lack of depth we have at this squad, and that's the key issue we've got right now, there's not much depth to this team. And when we do have little stretches of injury problems like we've got right now, where quite a few players are going down in succession, that obviously, oh, well done, Burnley. That obviously does hurt us a little bit in terms of rotating the squad because we've not got that many players to play. So now we've got Manchester United here at home. You see 4 players are doubtful for the clash. And with a thin squad and not much quality outside the first 11, that I think is what's going to stop us from winning the treble, as if we have a realistic chance anyway. And why I think if we are going to win something this year, unlike last season, we'll probably only get 1 trophy at the very most. And I'd love it if it could be the Premier League. I'd absolutely love it, but of course, a long way to go, and destiny is still firmly in their own hands. And if we lose today at home to Manchester United, I think we may as well say to Chelsea, it's yours, lads. You can have it. Anyway, second and final game today is Manchester United. Big game today. What are we made of? Right now, still on that very long unbeaten run, stretching back to December, not November, as I said. If we can win today, we're one of our final toughest Premier League fixtures remaining. We give ourselves a chance. Otherwise, I think it's Chelsea's trophy to lose. So 4-2-3-1 once again, but a few changes after our win in midweek. And this is our lineup. Fans is in between the sticks. And I should play Henderson. As we know, Dean comes good in big games. Difficult decision. Fans the better goalkeeper, but I trust Henderson in the big games. He always seems to come good. So Dean retains his place then. And the back four has gone Cowles, Kimpembe, Van Dijk, and Odriozola. By the way, Van Dijk, he had a poor start to the season. He has been absolutely sensational since then, though. What a great signing on a freebie. And Odriozola once again at right back with Stefano still carrying the knock. Midfield duo Alenya and Ramsden. As Sessegnon is on the left, Sterling is on the right, and the OG carrying a knock is going to play as the advanced playmaker, supporting Pedro Antonio, once again leading the line. And on the bench, Fans, Geordie, Rabiota, McKennie, Brahim, Dennis and Dunphy as well. Here we go. Oh, I need to put Stefano on the bench really, but he's not good enough. He's still not fit enough yet. Okay, fine. We'll leave it. Second and final game, Manchester United. Massive game. Can't afford to lose. Come on, you Bluebirds. This is a battle between 2 of the best teams in the division right now based on form alone. We are top of the form chart. Manchester United are second in the form chart. So massive game for both clubs. Us to try and keep pace with Chelsea. As Alenya test De Gea, and as Chelsea go in front there at Stamford Bridge, we need to win this game, or otherwise we'll be 6 or possibly 7 points behind. For United, they need to win to overtake Southampton and go into that 6th and final Europa League spot, as Pedro Antonio is also denied as well. Good start here. Who wants this more? That's what it's going to come down to today. Both teams very even in terms of their form. Both teams very even in terms of their ability, but who wants it more? Cardiff City in front. Ryan Sessegnon heads in Gonzalez's cross. Great decision to put him back in the starting 11, and there's the breakthrough. Ryan Sessegnon, 8th of the year. Over the past 2 to 3 years, he started to score a few more goals than he did in his first few years for us. Big time finish there into the bottom corner, and there's the breakthrough. 1-0 up. Can't afford to slip up here. You've seen our final run-in to end the season. All of those games are winnable. But this one here, and against Chelsea at home at the end of the month as well, what a game that's going to be. These are the games where we've got to come through and get the win. If we are to win this title, we're still the outsiders. We can't afford slip-ups from here on out. We've got to win all of our remaining 9 games, I feel. So, say nothing to the boys at the break. We're doing fine right now. Still up by a goal and 45 minutes away from a massive win. Can't afford to make any silly mistakes at this stage of the season if you want to be Premier League winners. I mean, you see what's happened in real life this year with Liverpool and City. You can't afford to slip up. Yes! What a lucky goal! Raheem Sterling doesn't claim it, although he's celebrating like he's going to get it, but it's definitely an own goal. That was going miles wide the post, and Regani inadvertently deflects it past Daya and into the back of the net. Once again, it's a Gonzalez cross that causes the danger. Regani heads it past his goalkeeper and into the back of his own goal. 2-0, half an hour away. And Chelsea are now 2 goals up against Villa. Just saw it flash up in the top left there. Marco Asensio with a goal. So the gap will still be 4 after the game with 8 games to go. So Chelsea are doing their job, but so are we. Neither team is going to slip up between now and the end of the season, I feel. Odriozola's cross. Sessegnon. Oh, that should have been free. That should have been the game. Oh, no. You are joking me. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, dear. Pedro Antonio down. And we've got no striker. A potential upper body injury. Now that's ambiguous. They always are. That could be, broken ribs. That could be anything. Right, well, Dunphy's going to have to come on then. The youngster, Ryan Dunphy, coming on. And Maria's not fit enough to play in midweek against QPR. So Dunphy's going to have to play from the off on Wednesday, away from home in London. That's huge. Maria and Pedro Antonio both out. Raheem down the right-hand side. And he'll play it back into Alenya. And Carl's off the crossbar and cleared away. We should be 3 or 4 goals up here. We've been a better team today. This game should be done by now. However, it is over now as Chelsea score a late third goal at Stamford Bridge to wrap up the point as Ramsden's strike is blocked and Gonzalez's shot is also blocked, and that will do it. Final score 2-0. We get the job done, but yet another injury in this stretch where it seems like in every single game someone goes down. I will say, well done lads. That was a good win for us. We played very well out there. We were a much better team. Thoroughly deserved the win. The unbeaten streak gets extended, but how bad is that Pedro Antonio injury? Please just be bruised ribs. Back strain, 3 to 5 weeks, and I could give him injections, but I can't ever give players injections, man. I just can't do it. I'm going to leave him to the physio, 3 to 4 week injury, and I don't think Maria is going to be fit enough to start on Wednesday night against Queen's Park Rangers. I don't think. So that means that Ryan Dunphy is going to have to start away in London. Otherwise, we'll have to play someone else up top. Someone that's not a striker up top. That's big. And the lack of depth right now, and that's what I discussed earlier, the lack of depth right now is our main concern. Maria down, Pedro Antonio also now out for a few weeks as well. He's probably going to miss the Chelsea game too. That's a concern, but hey, we're still winning. That's the most important thing, and we're still right next to Chelsea with 8 games to go. For the first time ever, we're in a serious title race, and I absolutely love it. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So a big thank you for watching, and hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, please drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated, and a really help channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I think what we'll do, because there's no Premier League games today, the final day's tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll come back for another episode tonight after the first leg of the playoff semi-final in the Champions League, and what we'll do is we'll come back with Everton at home in the FA Cup 6th round, and then that big Chelsea game, which could be a title decider at the end of the month as well. Can't miss those 2 games, and they'll be coming out tonight. So have a great Saturday, guys. Enjoy the Championship playoffs. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for a massive game, perhaps the potential title decider, and a chance to get to the FA Cup semi-finals later on tonight. Much love. Bye now.